it's just one more thing that we can add to the menu, and I know for you guys, it's another bug to put on the lots, and you're going to run out of room one of these days. But it's another one that they can participate in, and it's another buyer. That's the way it is. It's we encourage as many, and it just takes one more buyer can do a lot.
That's a head on. We live it. The Live Ag Podcast. Quality cattle deserve premium prices. Consign to a Live Ag video auction and capitalize on today's strong market demand. Our upcoming auctions are on your screen and available online at live-ag.com. Contact your local rep to get started. Now, here are your hosts, deCordova and Casey Mambry.
Welcome back to We Live It podcast. We're recording here in Denver at the Coors Field of the Rockies. Today it's myself, deCordova, co-host Casey Mambry, and Doug Stanton with IMI Global has joined us today. So we're going to visit a little bit about some of your new programs you got going, some of y'all's third-party verification stuff, kind of how to go about doing some of that. And y'all have come out with new Raise Well program. We want to kind of touch on that for sure. But first, we kind of start out talking about kind of how you've been, Casey, what you've been doing, what you and the kids been doing. It's been a while since we caught up.
Yeah, just chasing those kiddos around, the same thing you are, Ty. Just trying to keep everything floating for sure.
Yeah, my oldest just turned 17, and my youngest is fishing to be 14. My gosh.
Yeah, so Reese she turned 16 in April, and I took her down to College Station. She won the FFA leadership deal this week, and I let her drive from Weatherford to Waco, and that's about
that's all you could handle.
Then on the way home, it was it's better for our relationship if I drive, I think.
Yes, I understand.
But she's learning how to drive, so we got that's going to be something that's monumental in our house. Here coming up pretty quick, but it's blowing by.
No, I'm telling you. Doug, just kind of get right into it, dive right into it.
You bet. I'm going to say real quickly that I'm on the other side of life. I got grandkids now, so we're doing the all over the thing. Yeah, at Christmas we had them for a week.
Wow.
Three girls, 6, 5, and 2. Yeah, so
3 girls.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many kids did you have?
I had 2.
2 daughters. Two
sons.
2 sons.
2 sons, and the oldest son's got 3 daughters, and my youngest son has 1 son.
Wow.
Yeah, so I need to hang out with your oldest one because I've got 3 daughters.
I've got 2 daughters,
and I can give him a little foreshadowing on what that's going to look like.
He could use it. Believe me, he could use it.
You can tell him it don't get no better.
Yeah, well, they say there's.
We had 2 sons, and we, so much of what these granddaughters is all new for us.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
just wait till they're.
It's a new.
Somebody said when they turn 14, it's a changer.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Katie's probably getting mad at us over there talking about that.
Okay. So, anyways, let's get back to business.
Okay. You bet. Yeah.
Y'all do a third-party verification system, been doing it forever. We've partnered up y'all for a long time. Kind of give us a run-of-the-mill of some of your programs, and then we'll just dive into the Raise Well, and y'all can explain kind of a little bit about what that is.
Okay, sure. You bet. Yeah, we've been, as you know, we've been in the verification world now for 20 years, ever since the BSE cow in 2003, and we got in the first USDA PVP program in 2005. Had the first feed yard in Southwest Kansas that was approved in the U.S. And so since then, we've grown and evolved into the other programs. Source and Age is still our base program. Now we worry about, at that time, it was for cattle under 20 months of age. Now it's cattle under 30 months of age is all we really focus on, and both domestically and on export markets. And so as we evolve, we've kept that as our baseline and requiring EID tags be applied before the cattle leave the ranch of birth. And then, so we have traceability, and that's the key to any program, really. And we're starting to see more people retailers and others, it's the big scuttle now, traceability. And we feel like that's where we've always been. We've done it before traceability was cool. We were doing it. And with EID tags. And so we continue to do that. And that's the base of all of our programs. And then from there we evolve. And then we got into the NHTC program, or non-hormone treated cattle program, for the EU. COVID kind of hurt that program a little bit. COVID hurt everything. But that's been recovering now. And we're starting to see some growth in the European Union for U.S. product. And so we see that to continue to grow. And then our verified natural is the next step up in the chain, and where no antibiotics, no hormones, and no animal byproducts. And those three programs, Source and Age, NHTC, and Natural, kind of been our base program, what a lot of our customers will do. And we encourage that they bundle, because you never know what buyer's looking for. And so the more claims that we tell people, go for as many of the programs that you're eligible for, because you never know who's going to be out there and catch a new buyer and spike on the price. And so,
like a good insurance company,
yeah,
do a bundle.
Yeah, exactly. Do everything. And so then from there, those were our base programs. And then we've kind of added some new programs the last couple of years. Our care program, our sustainability platform. We started our 5th year now. And last year, I haven't seen 25 numbers, but in 24, we were like 1.2 million head, like 1,200 ranches, and we were like 35 states. So we built it, and we're continuing to talk to retailers, and we have a retailer, an upper end retailer in the Midwest that has got in their stores, and they have care on both their beef and their pork and their chicken in their stores. And that's been kind of our flagship retailer for the care program. Prime Pursuits it makes it part of their program also. They're building the supply slowly, and that's a large supply chain, so it takes time.
Yeah.
And so they're slowly getting that supply more and more care approved, because Walmart, who is the partner in that project and buys all that beef for them and put it in their stores, they've got a sustainability platform that they have with their shareholders that they've got to meet. And so they're pushing it on that side. And so that's kind of where care is. And from that standpoint, and then we just got a new program this year, certified U.S. product. And certified product of the U.S., I guess, is officially how it is. And so we can use that logo now. And if any cattle are source verified, they're automatically going to be able to carry that logo. And we think that's important because there's a Power of Meat is a thing that's done at the meat conference every year. And it's basically for retailers to see what the consumers are wanting. And it's a good benchmark. They do a real thorough test of all the consumer, and come back and composite that and show what the retailers what the consumers are looking for. And one that comes to the top is product of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And so we felt like that's a good one to add. And so we've added that. And let's see, another great one that we've done. We just finished our 3rd year in our partnership with the Angus Association. And their Angus Link program. We've signed an exclusive agreement with them, and we just renewed it here for another 3 years. And that program, there's 2 aspects of that: either the Angus verified, which means that they're out of registered Angus bulls, or their GMS program, which I feel like has more value even than that does, in that they're getting a score based off the EPDs of the bulls. And they get a grid score, a feedlot score, and a beef score, and now they've added a maternal score. So you'll see it in a lot of the video sales. All you guys do a great job of getting those scores in the catalogs, and that gives the buyers, it takes away some of the part, the unknown, and it's less risk for them. If there's 2 groups of black cattle and one of them's got GMS scores and the other one doesn't, then he's got a better idea how they're going to perform in the feedlot and how they'll perform on a grid. And so that is a big one for us. And we've been in that partnership now, and they just added one this last several months, maybe 6 months ago. They added one for projected GMS scores, which will be for bred heifers. So now we're looking at the genetic potential of that calf that's not even born yet. And so we've done that on a couple guys as we start to rebuild this cow herd over the next couple of years, we feel like that one for bred heifers and bred cows will be a big one too. And so you're buying the bred heifer, and she's good. You can tell by her what her makeup is, but you don't know what that calf is yet. And this will help take that risk out of it a little bit and tell you a little bit more about that calf's genetics are. So that's been a great program for us, and the enrollment's been really good on that, and it's built over time. They're great partners, and we've had a great relationship with them. So that's something we offer to our customers now. And then the newest one that you talked about was Raise Well. Raise Well is a program we just launched here. Really, we had our first press release on January 6th to the industry a little bit, and we'll have another one later in the month. And but that was a program that is the first. Whole Foods has approved that program as one of their animal welfare standards. So there's already been some other standards that they had. There's 3 of them, and we wanted to get back into Whole Foods, and so we worked with them. It's been over 9 months working with them, and our tech service group going back and forth with their group, and looking at, here's what we want, and it's what we want to see in the standard. And so now we've got it. It's got 3 components. The first one is an animal welfare standard, and it's a little different than the CARE standard, because the CARE is animal welfare, environmental stewardship, and people and community. So the pillar is very similar to what it is in CARE, and the program is similar. It's scored program, so it's similar from that aspect. But the second component of Raise Well is verified natural. So it's going into Whole Foods' natural beef product line. And so they wanted it to be third-party natural. So we kind of baked it in, we call it, into the standard itself, along with source and age and EID tags for traceability. So so Raise Well is basically animal welfare, natural, and the traceability side of it. So that's where we're at. That's the newest one, and we can bundle those. We encourage people to bundle them. It doesn't replace CARE. It's a different program than CARE. CARE is a sustainability program. You can still implant, you can still treat cattle, and it stays in that program. It's not a natural program. So that we have customers that are looking for sustainability and in their product lines. And then you have natural grocery chains like Whole Foods. We expected to have other grocery chains in addition to Whole Foods in their natural product line look at Raise Well from that aspect. And then Country Natural Beef is a co-op, and they're buying Raise Well approved cattle. They're moving those into their supply chain because they are a supplier also to Whole Foods. And so they've been a big adapter right now to the standard. And so we look for others to do the same. So it's just one more thing that we can add to the menu, and I know for you guys, it's another bug to put on the lots, and you're going to run out of room one of these days. But it's another one that they can participate in, and, it's another buyer. That's the way it is. It's, we encourage as many, and it just takes, one more buyer can do a lot.
Y'all been busy. My goodness. It's a lot of going back and forth, I bet, to get one of them programs started.
Yes, it was.
That's taken you several years to get that one probably approved.
Yeah, well, it was a start. Way back in the day, we had a relationship with Whole Foods, and then that 5 years ago that changed, and so we're glad to be working with Whole Foods again and getting back in there. So yeah, we've been busy, and because we feel like, and you look at the premiums, and that's one of the things we talk about. We get our account managers get the questions all the time of these guys, when they're renewing, and they're looking and say, hey, I don't know the price of cattle. I'm not going to worry about the premiums or the programs because I don't feel like
but
there's no added money there.
And if they got it, they need to stick with it.
Exactly.
It's not always going to be this way.
Well, who doesn't want more?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, you make a little extra money. Why not try some of these things? It's a good time to try things too. And you don't want to lose those buyers. If you had those buyers, and you were natural, for instance, and then all of a sudden you decide not to do it, well, that natural buyer doesn't, if you jump into next year, doesn't know who you are anymore. You got out of that and he doesn't know what you're going to be doing. And so you don't want to lose buyers. You want to keep those that you've been building for a period of time. And once you get into programs year after year, the guys that have done it year after year, they'll say, it's pretty easy. It's become part of our operation. It's part of what we do. We know how to do it now,
Yeah. In most situations, those guys are doing all this stuff anyway.
Yeah,
right?
they are.
Yeah.
They are. It's just a matter of documenting some things and that type of thing. And it's not changing their operation. And if it does require them to change, then, they need to evaluate that. But in most cases, it doesn't.
Right.
And so there was and people ask us all, what are the premiums? What are the premiums? And so we had a deal, Califax, you mentioned you were there earlier today. Califax did a study of some video data, and it showed that there was about $71 a head premium last summer in the summer sales for cattle that were in these programs on a 550-pound steer. And so, if it cost $10-12 a head, depending on what programs you're in, depending on your head count, some of those kind of things. But that's probably a ballpark average with the EID tags and everything. That's a pretty good return on your money.
You bet.
If you get $70 and spend 10. So
raised well is all encompassing. So from a waterfall standpoint, that one would cover pretty much it all, right?
It would cover it. The only thing it does not cover is NHTC.
Okay.
From our base programs. NHTC has a little bit different requirements, but the big thing now, we can do is it's an easy add-on. So, you could start with raise well if you wanted to, or if you already had natural and NHTC and care, you could add raise well to that.
Okay.
So it's kind of a, grab different things and depend on what you want to build and where you were at now too,
okay.
and looking at from that standpoint. But we got a list this long when you start looking at all the different programs, because you can get into non-GMO, you can get into grass-fed, you can get, and some guys are doing all of it, and I've seen some of our customers that have been doing it year in, year out, and they do all the programs. And we come out with a new program, they add it, and they feel like it's someone else, another buyer potential that we don't know it could be there looking for those cattle.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. We appreciate you coming on. Katie will put a link at the bottom of this of this podcast to go right to y'all to look y'all up, or y'all can go to the website at global.com.
Yep.
imyglobal.com. Y'all can find them there. I urge you guys out there that are already doing all the work. And 9 out of 10 of the ranchers out there are already doing all the agent source work and stuff like that. I urge y'all to get with them and look into their programs.
We're going to have the first lot tomorrow for the sale. The first one with Raisewell.
Well, Doug, we thank you for coming and joining us.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Appreciate the partnership with you guys. We appreciate you. Thank everybody out there in social media land for joining us today. And on behalf of me and Casey, be careful out there and God bless.